Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's DIY video, we are making homemade jewelry with crystal epoxy resin, and we have some silicone molds here, some acrylic paint, some glitter, we have some shaved crowns, some stickers, and also some beads. I plan on doing an experiment like I did with this piece right here. This is a bangle that I practiced on the weekend, and this is just a little jewelry piece I made with some acrylic paint and some glitter. You can tell that I did a couple fails, but there's also the UV light. So we're gonna get started, and we're gonna use this one right here, and we're gonna be using one of these little wood chips, and I'm gonna take a marker and just write something on it. I wrote my son's name. The first thing I'm gonna do is make a layer of epoxy resin on the bottom so that the wood chip will sit in there nicely and cover both sides. After I completely fill the bottom of the circle, I'm going to move it around to make sure there's no air bubbles and fill in any bubbles that I see. Then I'm going to take the wood chip that I wrote on, and I'm going to stick it in the circle with a little hole poking through for your jewelry piece to go through. I pushed it down just enough for it to settle in the resin, and then I go over it again with resin on the top layer, slowly and evenly until I completely fill the circle full of resin. Now I'm going to cure this for 2 to 3 times, about a minute a piece, and just wait till it hardens. Here's what it looks like, completely covered with resin. For this next piece, we're going to be using acrylic paint, and I'm going to go ahead and do a bottom layer like I did before, like this. Once I get the bottom layer done, I'm going to choose some colors. This one seems to be empty, so I'm going to choose a different color and put a couple drops like that. Then I'm going to choose another color, green, my favorite, and put a drop of white. Next, I'm just going to take the end of a spoon and start making a design as much as I want until I get my desired look. After I finish making the design, I'm going to put a layer of resin over it. I'm going to completely fill it in until I cover all the paint. If you don't fill all the holes in correctly, your paint will leak through and your design will be ruined. Now I'm going to cure this 3 or 4 times until it's completely cured. So this is how my design turned out. You can put any kind of paint or any design you want. This is just me to show you how to do it. Next, I'm going to be using different glitters for this resin design. First, I'm going to put a layer of resin in like I should. After I fill the bottom in, I'm going to take different colored glitters and put it in there one at a time, spreading it out. I've been most excited about getting to use the glitter because I wanted to see what it would come out like when I use it in the resin. I chose to use the black, the silver, the gold, and the white glitter. Now I'm just mixing it around a little bit to make some kind of design. Once I finish making the design, I'm going to fill it in with the top layer of resin. Make sure to fill it all in so your glitter don't fall out of your piece. Now I'm going to cure it 3 or 4 times so it's completely sealed. So this is what it looks like when I take it out. Looks pretty cool. You can see the different colors inside the design. I'm going to go ahead and make a second one. I have no idea why this part of the video turned upside down. For some reason it did it on its own and I'm not sure how to put it back. But I am making a second one just like that glitter resin piece you just saw. Here is the final result, a look-alike with more glitter, just like this one. Here I'm attempting to make a new bangle bracelet, and this time I'm using Crayola crowns, and I'm going to be using some glitter. I went ahead and already shaved the crowns so it'd be easier for the process. First, I'm going to put a layer of resin in the bottom. That way, the crown and the glitter have something to lay in. I just completely fill up the bottom with a thick layer. Make sure you get a good amount all the way around. That way it's even when it comes out. Once you get that bottom layer, you're ready to put the Crayola crown pieces in there. I like to just spread them around, placing them in different parts of the bracelet. I just usually pick it up with my hands and put it in there because it's easier to get a specific amount. I just keep turning it until I fill the bracelet. Once I finish putting the Crayola pieces, I'm going to put some more of the resin on top. That way it covers the Crayola pieces. This will make it easier to add other stuff to it. Just put one layer over top of it. The Crayola pieces will settle in the resin and it'll be easier. Okay, now for my favorite part, I'm putting different types of glitter in the bracelet. I'm just spinning it around, placing it in different sections of it. Just a little bit at a time. I chose to use a bunch of different colors to see what it comes out like. Just a little bit of each one. Alright, now I'm going to fill the rest of the bracelet mold with the rest of the resin. I'm going to fill it up to the top line. Make sure you don't fill over the line or it will leak out. Just put a nice thick layer over top of everything you put in the mold and it should turn out good. Make sure you squeeze a good enough amount because it's hard to get the creases, and if you don't, then the glitter and everything that you put inside of the mold will fall out of the bracelet when you take it out. We are going to cure this around 4 to 5 times. I usually do it about 5 times. That way you can see it's clearly completely dry before you take it out. Now I just go around the bracelet and pop it out like this. And this is what we got. This looks so cool. I think my favorite part's the glitter. Can you see it? It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome made jewelry. Here's an example of a bangle I attempted to do on the weekend. It, I guess, was my first fail. I didn't put enough resin in the bottom of the mold, and the bottom came out kind of weird and rigidy. So I'm just going to put some more of the resin on it and fill in the gaps that I missed. And then I'm going to go ahead and cure it. Alright, I'm going to cure this around 4 to 5 times like I did the other one to make sure it's rock solid before I touch it. Now this is what it looks like fixed, so it wasn't a complete fail. I just made sure I fixed it. Okay, earlier I showed y'all how I made one with my son's birthday and his name before placing it in the mold. And that's what I'm going to do with my other 2 daughters. I'm going to put their name and their birthday and just go ahead and make them on a piece of jewelry too. I'm going to do the exact same thing I did with them. I'm going to put a layer of resin in the bottom so that the wood chip can sit in it and make it easier to make the piece. Once you fill the first layer of resin, place your piece in there and then press it down and then cover the top layer with resin. Make sure you don't forget to fill in any little holes or gaps, because if you don't, then you will have resin leaking through and it'll get all over your hands. Don't forget to cure it 4 or 5 times and make sure it's completely dry. I like to cure it on both sides just in case. Time to pop it out and see what it looks like. This is what it turned out like. Pretty nice. See how there's air bubbles though? I'm not sure exactly how to get rid of those yet. Now to do the same thing to the last piece, fill in your bottom layer of resin. Stick your last piece inside and make sure you press down. Then cover that layer with resin. After you cured it, pop it out and see what it looks like. You can see I missed some gaps because the edges are a little bit rough, so I'm just going to have to take some sandpaper and sand that off. This next piece I'm going to try with beads. I've been wanting to try this for a while to see what it looks like. So I'm going to put a bottom layer of resin first before I place them inside. Now I'm just going to take a handful of beads and place them inside the resin. I'm not going to put too many so it don't look overcrowded. Maybe about 10 a piece. I gently press them down and then I'm going to cover that layer with resin. Then I'm going to cure it 4 to 5 times to make sure it's completely dry. And then I'm going to go ahead and make a second one to show you later in the video. This is how it turned out, and you can use any beads, but I thought these were pretty cool. I don't use these much. Now for my favorite part of the whole video, I'm going to attempt to make something really awesome. I'm going to make Sky, my daughter, a little Minecraft globe for her room. The first thing I'm going to do is put a bottom layer of resin, like this. And then I'm going to put some green glitter for the grass, because her favorite game in the world is called Minecraft. And I'm attempting to make a Minecraft globe. Alright, now time to add the green glitter, like this. And then I'm going to add a little bit of gold for some little Minecraft coins in the bottom. I have this little Minecraft sticker that she had, and I'm going to stick it in the middle. And then I'm going to cure it so it'll stay in that place in the layer. After that layer's cured, I'm going to add a second layer all around it to get ready to put the rest of the stuff in there. Now I'm going to add some more little stickers, like this little piece right here in the background. And then I had wrote her name, her gamer tag name, on a little piece of paper that I'm going to stick inside. Now I'm going to go ahead and cure that layer as well. Now I'm going to place the final layer that says Minecraft on another sticker in the background to make it look really cool before I add another layer of resin. Place the stickers somewhere that you feel comfortable before you put the resin in. It took me a while to figure out where I wanted to put them inside of here. Now I'm going to place the lid on top and gently press down to make sure all sides are sealed before pouring in the resin through the top hole. Once I seal all the sides, I'm going to pour the resin through the hole. I'm going to make sure it's completely covering everything that I just placed in there. I'm going to cure this like 6 times because I want to make sure each layer is completely cured, and I don't want nothing to be wet when I take off the lid. I'm almost completely done filling the mold, and it's going to look really awesome. Time to cure it again. Alright, we are getting ready for the big reveal. I'm fixing to take the first lid off. And then I'm going to hold this because it's a little bit warm. I should have just let it rest for a little bit but I'm so excited to show y'all what it looked like. Okay, the first lid's off. You can see how cool the bottom looks. You can see the grass and everything. Then I'm going to take off the top mold. And this is what it looks like. Can y'all see that little sticker I put in there and Sky's gamer tag name? It might be hard to see on camera, but it looks so cool. And then there's the grass and the Minecraft coins. This is just a recap of all the stuff that I made. Here's the bangles, the earrings, the globe, the one with the beads, the little painting, and then the little ones I made with my kids' names in it. What was y'all's favorite piece of jewelry? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know any ideas that you have for future ideas. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any really cool things that you have made, let me know and send me a picture. These were fun to make, and I cannot wait to do future episodes. So stay tuned for more videos, and I will see y'all soon.